Hey, it's Aaron with the Mowing in the Dark Lawn Care Podcast.
Hey, this is Tony's Lawn Care Talk.
Hey guys, Cameron here with the Lawn Care Life of Missouri.
Hey guys, this is Dan White with Lawn Care Unscripted.
What up guys, it's Phil with Phil's Lawn Care.
And you're listening to the Turf Nerds.
Well, I think we're recording now, Greg. Oh,
Hey.
Man, it's been a crazy weekend for you and finally a relaxing weekend for myself, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a little bit crazy lately for us. So you had a nice long drive.
Yeah, I went up to the Upper Peninsula here in Michigan, guys, to see some friends. They used to live down here, downstate. Then we went up. They have a beautiful house on the Lake Superior there, outlooking obviously Lake Superior and Grand Island. Guys, if you ever are in our state, the nature and God's creation is beauty. The governor's obviously not, but get on up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It's a completely different world. It's almost like a different culture, and everything's slowed down. And maybe I'll put a picture here in the video. Maybe I won't. Whoever watches, but you could walk out, see Lake Superior and Grand Island, and if you guys get up here, the Pictured Rocks. Have you ever been to that, Greg? Pictured Rocks is breathtaking. It's really cool.
I have not. That's a place I wanted to go. That's a national park too, isn't it?
Your trip begins at Michigan.
It is a national park, so they got Pictured Rocks, and if you keep going up the Upper Peninsula, you get way up there to Copper Harbor, like the tip of Michigan. I mean, guys, it's pretty far away. Our drive was about almost 6 hours. We got there probably 5 hours and 45 minutes, but it was kind of a trip that we were trying to plan for the past couple of weeks through November here, and I was kind of battling fall cleanups, just battling that and trying to go up and see our friends. And then I finally just pulled the trigger and said, we're going to do it anyways. I mean, I've gotten a decent amount of cleanups done, Greg, but you got to admit right now, I mean, we've seen a lot of rain and wind kind of transitioning here into November, and I've actually done more bush and pruning jobs than I have cleanups. Most of the leaves are already down. I mean, and you've finally made some progress, even though you had some setbacks, haven't you?
Yeah, I finally I was able to start. Well, I was still doing some mowing for a little while, and finally got done with my mowing and was able to get started on some of the cleanups. And like you said, the rain hit, and we've been dealing with that, and then. I wound up getting sick as a dog. Oh man, I don't recall ever being that sick, and I got really, really sick. Actually, wound up in the hospital because thought I might have been having a heart attack because I had I'd gotten so sick, thrown up so much that I apparently depleted my magnesium and my calcium, which caused a massive muscle spasm in my heart because my magnesium and calcium were so low. And actually, the doctor, when he came in, they did a blood test on me, and they came in. The guy says, "Yeah, your calcium is really low. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen it that low in a long time on anyone."
Oh wow!
So yeah, they wound up giving me IV of magnesium. It was hypercalcemia and hypermagnesia, and so they wound up giving me an IV of both of those. And the guy, first time he saw me, and then he came back in for the follow up, and he says, "You look markedly better."
Praise God!
Yeah, and this was a couple hours later. He says, "You look completely different from when you came in." So it was pretty rough. I mean, I told you, I was upstairs by myself and woke up in the middle of the night and felt massive chest pain. So it hurt. It hurt a lot.
It's kind of a warning, though, for everyone, though, too, Greg. I mean, it's because you threw up, so much. I hate throwing up, guys. I've been plagued with a lot of just nasal issues this year, and it was because I abused nose spray.
Idiot!
This past winter, but then around Christmas time last year, I saw Greg and my family. I had to go home early because I got the bug and got sick, but the bug's going around. But praise God that you actually got to the hospital Greg, and got that taken care of. That was kind of a freak show. Might have been because you didn't sign up for Green Frog Web Design, right?
Hello, this is Greg.
Yeah, it was my own. No, I'm signed up. We're signed up with Turf Nerds, but other people could.
Yeah.
Other people, it could have been worse if I weren't signed up for Green Frog, right?
And the first month, guys, is $1. I think I might have Ezra hook me in for my. We say this every episode. I think I might have it doing for my lawn care business because Greg and I are trying to target other services other than mowing. I could even advertise dump services when Greg gets a dump trailer. I could do that for my dump insert, which we're going to get into that this episode. But if we can target aerations better with this strictly, obviously, flyers. But the next best bet, people Google things all the time, guys, and it'd be cool to have E&D Lawn Care pop up there, or like aerations, or just keywords that Ezra is able to manipulate in the Google index to get your business up there on the top. And oh yeah, sure, it's the first month is $1, but Ezra is worth every penny. Greg, right? He's a solid guy.
Yeah, he's a nice, solid guy. Met him when we were down at the expo. We had him on the show one time. And just a really nice guy. I know some other guys that have done really well with him when they've incorporated him. And one of the things that he talked about is, both you and I are really busy, but he said, like you were saying earlier, it allows you to target and potentially get. Hey, we've got clients, but we've got some clients that are not where we want to be financially and economically. And he said, hey, you know what? This might allow you to be able to get a client that would be worth more money to you than some of the existing clients. So it's a way for you to maybe build up, not necessarily grow, but if that's not what you want to do, but you can take some of your money, take some of your clients that are paying less and add some clients that are paying more.
It's funny that you say that, Greg, and that's a great reminder. I must have missed that Ezra said that. Sorry, guys, if I sound a little bit nasally. I think it's just coming back from the UP down here. Could be getting a cold again. I think most of the episodes that Greg's been co-hosting with me for over a year now, I've sounded like and sniffy all the time, but Greg was so right, and from what Ezra said, we got to up the quality of clients here, though, too. And I have some clients that I probably have to weed out this upcoming year. There's a couple guys I was invoicing with Yardbook. I think I told this to Greg. They owed me like $670 or something like that, and then they had claimed they sent another payment, and for some reason it didn't get logged on our end. It was down to $480, and they're trying to claim that they never got the bill. They were never opening my invoices from Yardbook, which is kind of weird. These clients try to do that, and but most of my clients, though, as we're talking about, you want that higher paying client that pays on time. I've praised God this year with my threatening of late fees and I guess the dog crap fees that I never implemented. Most people are paying better, but with the website though too, and if it's laid out nicely, which that's Ezra's the king at, you can attract higher paying clients who have the money and not cheap clients. I'd say a chunk of my clients there for a while, Greg, they're pretty cheap.
Yeah. And the importance of one of the things he said, though, too, was the fact that they're reaching out to you. You're not going to them. And that's important because now it's kind of like a warm lead, and they're reaching out to you because they have a need, as opposed to you going potentially knocking on the door and saying, "Hey, I'm Evan with E&D Lawn Care, looking to add some clientele." In this case, he said that they're reaching out to you, which means you've got potential to add a little bit to it, and that's going to be the advantage of that, the benefit of that for you.
And it's funny that you say that. So we could have a lot of people reaching out to us through I guess flyers, but predominantly website, because this is where this age is going right now. But even if we can't provide a service for them, or say we're overbooked, or with mowing and just can't take you on, we can at least refer out to other people that we know in the industry, be a part of a lot of Facebook groups, guys, refer out to other people in the industry, and then just hit them with a 10% finder's fee. I did that this past year, and you'd be shocked. I made a couple extra $100, and all I had to do was coordinate and hook people up. So having a website, man, this is a big long read for Ezra. Can go a long way, can it?
Yeah, just as long as you can find somebody, make sure that they're going to pay you that finder's fee, because there's a few people out there that have not been very good about paying their finder fees. So just if you have a good relationship with someone that's really beneficial for you, that hey, you might not be able to do the job, but you can refer someone out, and that's huge. That's another source of income for you.
And talking about another relationship, Greg, my truck's got an easy dumper dump insert. This has been in the talks for a while. So my wife's car had a little bit extra revenue, so I was able to do this. But we've been talking about getting inserts, a dump insert or a trailer for yourself for a long time, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's we've been talking about me doing it, and then you turned around and did it before me. So it's but I've just been dragging my feet to get going on this. But this thing's pretty slick. I see some neat pictures of it, and saw a couple of your videos on what you were doing. I haven't had a chance to see it live yet, but this thing's pretty neat.
Before we hop into it, guys, videos, Turf Nerds has a Instagram's called Turf Nerds Pod. We're on all social medias. Look it up. Was supposed to do this a while ago. Two different things. This is coming from my money here. The first thing, guys. I'm going to give away $50 to someone who can tell me what segment or what episode did we do the segment of Uncle Greg's Gregariousness. That's all I'm going to say. If anyone can get that episode number right, I will Venmo you or send you $50 cash. And we also have, if you guys are watching this on video, I know a couple of you guys are, we have Turf Nerds, a lawn care podcast 5x5 stickers that we're going to be sending those away for free. Yes, free. We're not trying to get you on a coupon code or anything. If you want that, send me an email. The link will be in the email will be in the show description. We were supposed to say this a while ago, Greg, but I just kept forgetting.
Yeah, no, it's guy. It's funny as you were saying that. I'm thinking I don't even remember myself when that episode was.
We'll just say it was an old episode. That's probably a dead giveaway. So Uncle Greg's Gregariousness. I know we have some OG Turf Nerds listeners. A couple people have binged the show, which I don't know why you would binge me stammering and then Greg actually sounding coherent. I don't know why you would binge us, but $50. So. Okay, I got an easy dump insert, and I did some research on this, guys. Apparently, there's two different ones. There's the easy dumper, and then there's also the dumper dog. So apparently, the easy dumper dump insert has been around for a while. Byers Products does the dumper dog dump inserts, but before that was, I guess, the OG of everything. The original dump insert was from Easy Dumper, and I talked to kind of the founder, and I don't think the founder, a guy who's been working with Easy Dumper for a long time. We got to get him on the show, but he said that their dump insert is the first insert, and then I guess Dumper Dog kind of tried to rip them off a little bit, but this insert is really high quality and high build, Greg. I'm just, we got to read off these stats. We'll kind of just go through this brochure and kind of give a honest opinion on it, because I've had it for almost a month now, and I've done 5 different jobs, and I'm thrilled. But it comes in an 8-foot and a 6-foot bed, and it can hold 6,000 pounds. I mean, you wanted to get a dump trailer, Greg, but you can almost get an 8-foot bed, put it on your new green truck, and haul away some junk that way, couldn't you?
Yeah, there's that's one way you could do it, and just depends on the jobs that you want to do. But I mean, you just did 5 jobs. Would you have been able to do those jobs before? I'm not sure. No,
I would not have been able to, because I would have got it. So how I was doing it before, guys, was I had excuse me, I was burping there. I would get a waste management. Hold on. Waste management dumpster tarp. And I would go around, put leaves in there and brush, and then I would slug it into my trailer. Greg saw it when we did a fall cleanup a couple years ago. That was horrid, but that pile was 6 feet tall. I could have put all that in the dump insert and still had room. And the problem is I was wasting so much time. It was not loading the tarp in the trailer and loading all the brush in there. That was about the same speed, but it was hauling everything out and trying to pull a heavy tarp out of my trailer and then, I guess, turn the tarp over. That took so much time. But with the dump insert, it's literally, it takes 15 seconds for this thing to get up to 51 degrees, and it comes with this 12-volt Monarch hydraulic double-acting, I guess, pump for that hooks onto your battery. And you hit the nail on the head, Greg. If I didn't have the insert, I won't be able to do any of the jobs I did this past couple weeks?
No, I was just, I'm sorry, I was making a note here. But, well, that's pretty cool that you've been able to do that. And you really nailed it, though, with what you just said a second ago. 15 seconds, 1-5, for that thing to dump versus half an hour to blow out the back of your enclosed trailer. And that's a huge time savings if you think about it. If you think about it, if we're making let's say $100 an hour, easy math. If we're making $100 an hour and you just did 15 seconds versus a half an hour, you just saved yourself $50 an hour, and just by taking that thing and dumping it. Granted, you paid for it, but you just saved yourself a bunch of time, which means you're going to be able to have some opportunities to get some other jobs or get home a half hour earlier.
Yes, out the door, guys. So I had it was. Wow, that was a weird gurgle from my throat. It was $4,970 out the door. That does not include tax, but I got it with all the features on it. So I got the deluxe bolt-on cab protector, the tarp roller kit, and it was well worth it. And then I had them install it. There would have been no way, Greg, that we could have installed this. You had to drill into your, bed of your truck and then line it up, which that's not rocket science, but don't have me do anything precise, guys, aside from mowing. I've had some woes trying to repair things, though, too, but it was well worth them installing it. And I drive a Ram 1500, but I recently upgraded the coil springs on my truck. It's a 2019 Ram, so it doesn't have leaf springs. So I've kind of turned my truck, Greg, into a Dodge Ram 2500, even though I'm on a 1500 body there, and my truck doesn't squat at all with the dump insert. How much does the dump insert weigh here? I think it's 600 pounds.
600 pounds, yeah. I was looking that up. A little over 600 pounds.
600 pounds, and then
690.
690, and then also with the trailer, it doesn't squat. Greg doesn't have that issue with his green truck. I think you could get yours in an 8-foot bed, Greg, if you wanted to, right? Or
I've got the 8-foot bed. No, I've got the 8-foot bed. Go big or go home. So, but I don't even. Did they even make in a dually? Did they make a 6-foot bed? I don't think so. But
I don't know.
if I did do that, that would give me a little extra space, and then I guess you got a little bit volume capacity on an 8-foot is 2 cubic yards, and versus 1.5. Not a huge difference, but it's still a little bit bigger. But then you built up the walls, didn't you?
I did. That's a perfect segue. So I built up the walls, guys. With $150, I bought at Home Depot, and what I did is I got four 2x10 pressure treated boards, and I cut them to size. Built the walls up, so as Trump would say, made it a little taller, so I could probably squeeze in I think I could probably get away with squeezing in 3 or 4 yards of mulch with this thing, and that's where you're making your money. Because I've had more issues than you have, Greg, where we order mulch from, let's say, like this Site One or your local store, and they say they're going to deliver it at a certain time, and then something happens where they don't, and then we're sitting around waiting, right?
Well, that's for me. I always have them deliver the day before, and then that way, if there's a problem, then they're there the next day.
Listen to what Greg says, guys, not me. I'm like day of, and I'm sitting around there waiting. But with this though, or if Greg, you get your dump trailer or a dump insert, guys, we're just trying to give you ideas, because I don't see many guys out there, Greg. I mean, do you with dump inserts?
I do not. I have not seen that many dump inserts. I see a lot of dump trailers, but I don't see many dump inserts. The advantage of being able to go with a dump trailer or dump insert is because now you can take that thing and tilt it a little bit. If you're doing a smaller mulch job, 3-4 yards, then you can tilt that thing, as opposed to having to have everything on the ground and scooping it back up into your wheelbarrow or whatever you're going to use. But in this case, you can just kind of have that thing tilted, and all you got to do is just kind of drag it into your wheelbarrow. And that was one of the things that we found with that one job that we did. Didn't go as well as we had planned, but we were just kind of getting familiar with it. But we didn't have to have everything laying on the ground and scoop it back up. We could just tilt it and then slide it down into the wheelbarrows, if you remember that one job that we did.
Yes, that was a lot easier than trying to shovel it off the ground with a shovel or a pitchfork.
Yeah.
But this remote control is really nice on here. It's a yellow remote control, and it actually works. It's hydraulic cylinder. Mine is a 12-gauge steel. So you have, 12-gauge deck material is steel, and then 14-gauge steel, structural steel. Guys, I've been really pleased with this so far. It's at that point where I want to get it. That's where we're kind of in a tough spot, Greg, because I want to dump insert, but then I would really have to get is your truck the Silverado 3500 dually? Right.
Yes.
So he has that. So Greg will never struggle with weight issues on the truck, but I don't know many guys who can, I guess with the Ram 1500, if you didn't upgrade any of the coil springs on it, to be able to tow a decent sized, like, I don't know, say 7x14 dump trailer, and you build walls on that too, you would probably just destroy your truck. So this is kind of the next step up for me. We slowly accumulate equipment in this business over time, and don't be that guy who buys it all up front and then is in debt. Me, I don't have any debt with this. Now I'm just making money on it. And this tarp roller kit that came on it is awesome. And I'm praise God that I got the cab protector, because if I didn't, Greg, I probably would have busted my rear window already. But definitely, guys, if you're looking for something like this, I would check out Easy Dumper. But you can do anything. I mean, so what I was doing a whole bunch of brush jobs last week. Sure, my bed is just the 6-foot standard bed, but I would cut everything up into like 3-foot pieces and then throw it up there. And I was building my walls way up, and I was getting jobs done that I never dreamed that I would have been able to, to do that. I would have not taken on these jobs if I didn't have the dump insert. And this is really, as I said earlier, this is going to come really in handy in the spring when we do Greg's and mine's mulch jobs, though, too. Granted, we probably couldn't hold 20 yards, but I could just, make 2 or a couple trips and then just hit them there with a dump fee. No pun intended. So I am super pleased with this. And you're still trying to shop your trailer, Greg, aren't you? The dump trailer?
Yeah, I have the one in mind. It's going to be a little more expensive than most people would probably spend, but this is a heavy duty trailer, the one I'm looking at, and it won't be anything I'll be pressed for having it overloaded. I mean, this thing's going to be able to carry, if I get it, it'll carry 20 cubic yards, and it's designed to haul heavy equipment, basically. And these guys that are, when they're carrying around their skid steers and all that stuff, this is designed basically to be able to haul that stuff. So that's what I'm looking at, and I just haven't pulled the trigger yet, and I'm kind of still trying to figure out if that's what I'm going to do. But it's a nice trailer. It's a solid, heavy-duty gauge steel. That was one of the things I was looking at on yours, is the gauge, steel gauge on that. As your side materials are 14 gauge. I'm looking at the brochure, and the deck material is 12 gauge steel. So this thing's pretty solid piece of equipment that you have there.
They say they're basically indestructible. Where I got mine was from Truck and Trailer Specialties out there in Howell, Michigan, but they Easy Dumpers all throughout the United States, guys. It's EZ then dash dumper. I also like, because when I built the walls, I had 6 stake pockets, so I just got 2x4s, put it right in there, and then I just carriage bolted, so it was super nice. And I mean, I'm trying to become more handy. My kind of dream, guys, I've been watching this guy on YouTube named Bush Radical, and he just builds off the grid cabins. And I'm like, okay, I can build some walls here in my dump insert. This won't be a problem. But this could also break me a little bit into the junk removal business, Greg, couldn't it? I mean, We were kind of talking about that, but I would be kind of limited, though, wouldn't I?
Yeah, be slightly limited because you wouldn't be able to carry a ton. But I mean, you can, it depends on what you're getting. You can still throw 3-4 yards of stuff in there if you break it down. Just kind of depends on the job that you're going to get. So that's the only thing. Get yourself a sawzall or a oscillating saw, or probably both, and make sure you have some tools. And you could probably be able to pick up some small side jobs here. I'm sure you could haul a refrigerator in that. It's the refrigerator is the thing. You got to make sure that you've got the freons out of that, because nobody will take it at the dump without the freon taken out.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why is that? Just because there's that chemical?
Well, freon's chemical, toxic. So,
holy smokes.
So you got to make sure that that's out of it, and it's supposed to have to be removed correctly. And although there are some guys that remove it incorrectly. But the refrigerators are big. I don't know. Heck, I think you can put a refrigerator at the curb and they'll take it. I'm not sure. It just kind of depends on what they have. But you could pick up some small jobs, $300-$400 jobs, depending on what the jobs are, and that adds up. You can do that, 5 times a week if you could pick up $300 jobs.
In the winter, you and I could do that during the winter.
Yeah, that's $1,500 a week just by 5 small jobs, and your minimum's got to be probably around $300, unless you know that you're going to be able to pick up something else if it's right near there. It's $150, but you've got another job right there that's going to be another $150. You're at $300.
We're just kicking the tires around with ideas, guys. The original kind of plan of attack that Greg and I wanted to do was get my dump insert, build the walls, and then get a billy goat. But the more I got talking to Cameron Duncan, and then I saw what Sean Spencer and what Cameron had too, we either got to go big or go home. You want a 37 horsepower Vanguard billy goat debris loader to be able to suck the leaves off the street, even if they're wet. And that's $9,600, Greg. So I think we're just kind of taking it easy for now. And I installed my Ballard side catch on my Cub Cadet. I had to drill a 1/2-inch hole because brilliant Cub Cadet Greg didn't have a 1/2-inch hole for it, and so now it actually works. The Side Catch Pro is actually, Greg, I like it. I mean, it was kind of hard to put together, but it works. And so all this kind of just, so our plan is you want to just really, if you don't have a dump insert, or because with that you would have to get an extra truck too. It's just money here with this. But mulch all your leaves down to powder. Get on your Ballard Side Catch Pro, suck them up, then dump that into your truck. It's totally genius, but we're slowly, Greg, trying to push towards that. It's just kind of this the situation right now where it's like, I don't want to go back into debt.
No, but actually, you just said something. You spent $5,000 on that, right?
Yeah, it's just $5,000, 5,100.
Okay.
Yeah, $5,000.
Okay, so you spent $5,000. You did 5 jobs that you just said that you normally wouldn't have been able to do with that, correct?
I think it was 4 jobs. Yeah, 4 jobs, but yeah.
Okay, so 4 jobs. How much did you bill out on those jobs?
I don't have that number off the top. I think it's close to
Ballpark.
$2,000.
Okay, $2,000.
Yeah,
you've already
yeah.
paid 40% of your dump trailer back.
Yeah, because one job was one job was, it was really easy, $250, and then I had one that was $580, and then $675. I did one other. I'm just drawing a blank on it. Oh yeah, the guy across the street, $600. Yeah,
$1,200, $1,800. Yeah, you're at $2,000 roughly.
Yeah, guys, and that's coming from me, who I've been charging way more competitively. I could have probably charged even more, but for a solo guy and not being as fast, that's where you kind of have to bottleneck and not like go 150 an hour for. And it's like, but I'm going slow. If you're going slow, don't charge like $150 an hour. Greg and I kind of had that rule, $85 to $100 an hour for something like that.
Mm-hmm. But look at that though. You've already, how long have you had that trailer?
It's not even been a month. It's like 3.5 weeks.
I'm sorry, I meant dump insert. 3.5 weeks.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 weeks, and you've already paid 40% of it back. So you figure in another 7 weeks, at the rate you're going, and another 7-8 weeks, you're going to have that thing paid for. And then after that, everything's gravy.
And we should, because you've done a couple jobs with your buddy Greg Wright for leaves, we should be able to get So they're calling for a pretty mild winter here in Michigan. So the La Nina weather pattern's coming through, which it's cooler ocean temperatures, but it's going to be bringing us slightly above normal temps and wetter weather. So bring on the rain and the salt events. But I was talking to my buddy Derek and then Greg too. Greg, I want to be able to do leaves through the end of January. I hate the winter blues. I don't want to be sitting around. So that's kind of our aim, is because you've knocked out a couple, even though you had that sick spell come over, haven't you?
Yeah, I had. I got some out yesterday. A buddy of mine helped me, and actually, it was a big help for him to be there, because it was. I spent. Let me see. Started at 9:30 and finished up at about 4:45. We did 2 jobs. And I wouldn't have finished those 2 jobs if I didn't have him with me helping me out. But one of the things I noticed, and it was something that you commented on too, is wet leaves. Those leaves were wet and they were heavy. And the side catcher, while it's great, that Ballard side catcher is great, it was, my mower is having a hard time picking that stuff up. First couple of passes, those things, that thing was heavy as all get out. And then I got smarter and didn't put as much in there. But that without the help that I got, I wouldn't have been able to finish. So right now, I think I've got 6 or 7 more cleanups to do.
I think I have 20 or less. I need to get the precise amount, but nothing's bad. I think nothing will be too bad for me this year, because the wind's been blowing everything everywhere. We're recording this on the November 19th. This will come out obviously on the 20th, because I was out of town. Greg was sick. I'm like, hey, I got home last night. I'm like, I don't want to do this. My buddy Derek was out today. They only have the 18 horsepower Billy Goat, and they said they were sucking up the leaves fine, but I'm going to take what Cameron Duncan and what Sean Spencer said. You got to go big or go home with it. If you're going to invest and get one, just get the biggest thing so you could suck up anything, like trees. Like I've seen Sean's and Cameron's in action. You want something where you don't have to, because I have used the 18 horsepower debris loader with my buddies. They had me on the hose. That tires you out. Greg, you won't want to use that hose on that thing. I'm like, you got to be a big guy and had some pipes. I'm like, how do you guys use this all day and knock out eight leaf jobs? They're obviously bigger guys and they have a crew, but that's what we eventually want to get to over time. Mm-hmm. So hope this episode was enlightening, guys. And hey, remember, we'll say it one more time. If you want a Turf Nerds, a Lawn Care Podcast free sticker, no gimmicks, no tricks to this, send me an email or send us an email. The email is in the show description. And for that $50 giveaway, just tell me the episode where I did the segment on Uncle Greg's gregariousness. What do you have to close, Greg? Give us something funny.
No pressure there. It's like
it's this awkward transition out. Just close this out. I'm done now. I got a piece.
You're a comedian. Tell me a joke. It's kind of say something funny. But no, that's almost like there was a Seinfeld episode. If you've ever seen it, it's a funny episode. It's Bookman. He's the library security guy. And it's just a hilarious scene between him and Jerry Seinfeld at Jerry's apartment. And he's got the old Dragnet. You probably don't remember the show Dragnet, but it's just, it reminded, what you just said just reminded me of that scene. He's talking to Jerry and he's calling him Joy Boy and Funny Boy. And so you're a comedian. Okay, Joy Boy.
I put people on the spot. Sorry, guys.
No. You know what we should do is pray us out, though. What do you want to go ahead? Should we go ahead and do that?
Sure.
All right. Let's go ahead and pray. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for our time here together. Thank you for Evan being able to spend a little time away and enjoy his time up with his friends up in your beautiful creation up there in Pictured Rocks, for safe travel there and back. And Lord, I want to thank you for my health not being as potentially dangerous as we thought it could be, and for helping the doctors having the correct wisdom and the knowledge to be able to take care of me in the way that they should. And thank you for all you do for us, Lord. Thank you for the season we have ahead here, that we can accomplish all those things. For our friends out there, that they can accomplish their cleanups or accomplish the things that they're starting to do as the season potentially winds down for some of our friends, and for those that are still living in the southern states, that they have they're able to take care of their lawns as well as they should. Thank you for all you do for us, Lord, and thanks for being there for us, and for the sacrifice that you made for us. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.